I did not think I would have to make a video about this. So yeah, you guys, you may have seen the title. You might be wondering, Jay, what the heck is going on? What are you talking about? Yeah, something very weird happened last night. I went out on my swing set. If you guys have seen the Robin vlogs, you know what my swing set looks like. I was out on my swing set late last night because that's where I go to think, and something hit me in the foot. Now, I've had small insects run into me before, but this was not a small insect. It hurt. It actually left a small bruise. It was hard and painful, and it left a small bruise. We don't have super large moths or anything out here. My best guess at what this thing was is that it was a bat. A bat hit me in the foot. So I came inside and I was like, well, what the heck? What just happened? And I started looking things up. Well, bats are normally pretty, they stay away from people. They like to stay away from people. And most of the time, if you do find a bat, it's probably not going to hurt you unless you corner it or anything like that. If you give it its space, it'll likely give you yours as well. This poor bat could have probably just been flying along and not expected a foot to come out of nowhere right in front of it. But the trouble with bats is that bats can have rabies. So the thing with bats as well is that their bites are very hard to detect. And because I can't prove that it wasn't a bat, and I can't prove that it didn't bite me, I have to go to the doctor and find out if I need to get rabies shots. So, that's been my morning and night, is how the heck did this actually happen? It sounds so bizarre. It sounds like something out of, I don't even know. It sounds unreal. But, yeah, because I can't prove it wasn't a bat, and I can't prove it didn't bite me, because bat bites are very hard to detect. They are like small, tiny pinpricks, and sometimes you can't even see them. So, yeah. It's kind of a weird, tricky situation. We have had instances of rabid bats where I live. The likelihood that it actually had rabies is probably pretty low, but once rabies is visually identifiable and detectable, once you start having symptoms, it's pretty much too late and you're going to die. So with this sort of thing, it's better to be safe than dead. So, yeah, that's my nature story from last night. It's one of the weirdest things that has ever happened to me to date. Yeah, that's what happened to me last night. So, a little PSA just with this. If you guys find a bat in nature, please don't get near it. Please don't try to touch it. Please just stay away. If it looks hurt or sick, go talk to an adult, because it could be hurt or sick, and it could have rabies. And if it has rabies and it bites you, that's not going to be fun. If you see a bat and it's just flying around, don't try to touch it. Don't try to get near it. It might not have rabies, but it might still bite you if it's threatened, and that would mean that you probably have to bring it in for testing for rabies, and the only way to test for rabies is to actually kill the animal. So they can't do live tests, unfortunately. They haven't found a way of doing that that's reliable. So, if you find a bat, the best thing you can do is just leave it alone. If it looks sick, or it's on the ground, or doesn't look like it's doing well, talk to an adult, get them to call the authorities, or animal control probably, and have them deal with it. It's better to not risk getting bit and to let a professional deal with it than it is to end up having to go get rabies shot because you got bitten by a bat. Like I said, I don't know if I was bitten by a bat. I don't even know if it was a bat that hit me, but I can't fathom what it would have been that large and hurt that much, because it didn't feel like any moth that I've had moths bump into me before, and it felt big. I haven't seen a moth that big around here. So I'm pretty sure it was a bat. And, again, like I said, we can't prove it didn't bite me, which means it's better to be safe than take a chance with something as serious as rabies. So yeah, just a little public service announcement about that. With that said, if I do have to get these rabies shots that I'm concerned I might have to get, I may be offline for a couple of days. I can't even talk, it's really early in the morning for me, I'm sorry. But I might have to be offline for a little while because rabies shots are notoriously icky. They can make you a little bit sick afterwards. And so I may take a few days off, because if I'm recuperating from a rabies shot, I don't want to have to be recording videos while I'm feeling really awful. So if I disappear for a few days, don't panic. I'll keep you guys updated as best I can. And it's probably just me recuperating from getting a rabies shot. I will tell you how the whole doctor's visit goes if I am feeling okay when I get home. I don't know for sure if I'm going to have to get the shot, but I'm at least going to go in and get a doctor's opinion on it, because if they think I was bitten, they're probably going to have to give me a rabies shot. So yeah, just wanted to explain a little bit of what's happening here. This is by far the weirdest reason I've ever had to go to the doctor. Yeah, I don't know exactly what to think about it, but it's just a lot better to be safe than sorry, especially when you're dealing with something like rabies. You don't really want to mess around with rabies. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. Please pray for me if you guys do that. That I would be okay if I have to get a rabies shot and wouldn't get too sick or anything. And thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys next time. I'm going to try and stockpile some episodes here this morning, so that if I do have to be out of commission for a couple of days because I got a rabies shot, you guys will at least have some videos to watch. I don't have to go to the doctor for a little bit. I'm pretty sure I'll be fine after this whole thing, but if I do have to get a rabies shot, it's probably not going to be fun. But anyway, so I will see you guys next time. But until then, this is Jay, over and out.